Joar Songcuya's new works are immersed in the crucible of modernism, while also drawing on traditional and classical motifs to create his singular visual image. Evidently, the works in review demonstrate a creative mind at work, always looking for existential profundity. He aimed for truth, not just something pleasant, acceptable, entertaining, or even macabre. That suffices to give his work a compelling edge over new artists of his generation for its candidness and social relevance.
My exhibition, The Sea is Not a Quiet Place, is a man's close encounter with the sea. Basically, it is inspired by my sailing years. As I grew older, as I matured in the company of the waters. And for my previous shows, I have focused on the silence, meditative state of the water. And this time, I decided to focus on the unquietness, revealing the turbulence at the same time, the raw emotions that the sea or the ocean offers. For this piece, the title is The Sea is Not a Quiet Place, just like the title of the exhibition. So I created this piece in a more abstracted or compulsive way. I decided to be really loose about it and tried to replicate what the sea really is, exposing the turbulence and the violence of the ocean. This piece is showing the real emotions of the water of the sea when it is confronted by the other elements. And for the last 10 years, I've been very familiar with the character of the sea. And yeah, it also reflected my emotion. When you are a man being confronted by a lot of things and you are in the company of the unquiet sea, it really brings so much unquietness inside. And I think this really represents the entire series that I have presented. At the same time, it is one of the main pieces. The Sea is Not a Quiet Place. This piece is titled Salva Vida. In English, lifesaver. So the lifesaver is really a very important equipment on board. This piece is more on a philosophical level. And while doing this, it kind of made me feel the importance of finding yourself afloat in an unlikely situation. And it could be you have to find somebody or something to cling on as you navigate through life. And also, it could be a representation of yourself, how you make yourself buoyant among all this turbulence and the unforgiving circumstances that the world is inflicting you. So, Salva Vida, life's saver. So for this painting, this is titled Port of Call, Africa. Africa is one of the most memorable ports that I've sailed into. And this is really where I felt I was being tested so much in terms of physical, spiritual, psychological aspect. And for this piece, I tried to capture the uh, busyness of the Port of Africa, and at the same time, the explosion of colors, and tried as much as possible to uh, put representation of people like it is not really expected from my previous works. So this is really a busy and somehow a happy painting, as you see, because it's colorful, but in reality this is one of the worst places to be a seaman, the hottest part of the world, Africa. But it kind of gave me this inspiration to be stronger, to be more patient, and kind of appreciated my work as an OFW, appreciated the work of, and the sacrifices of my fellow seafarers around the world, and at the same time appreciated the value of hard work that could be seen in the eyes of the African workers or African people, which you could see under the big ship. So for this painting here, the sea scene, I think this is one of the happiest painting among the pieces that I have presented. For the first few years of my sailing career, I could have never imagined that the sea could provide a song to a man who is stuck in the middle of the ocean. Until in the later years, I kind of find a connection in the water. As I grow older in the water, I realized that the sea is really unquiet, and it's really hard to be a seaman. It's really hard to be far from your country, from your family, from the soil, to be in a place where it's only water. But if you look at the other side of sailing or being in the water, the sea will really offer you some great lessons in life about finding comfort in an unlikely situation or place, finding courage to be strong enough to work in a very stressful environment, and be okay until you have your flight details to go home. I think that this is the suitable topic or theme to be presented, and at the same time, the sea is also a reflection of human life, of our state right now. So it could be my experience as a sailor, and at the same time, our human experience while facing the crisis around the world.
Songcuya's strength is in the way he has convincingly formulated a unique artistic language. The beauty of his swirling brushstrokes and his subtle, tender colors have become a pleasant visual massage to the senses. They are authentic, confident, and simultaneously delicate and bold.